Happy holidays! I hope everybody's having a great day and enjoying this amazing holiday season. So welcome to the show. You are watching Spiritually Speaking with Lauri Albert. Spiritually Speaking is a show that embraces all things spiritual. Each week we discuss different spiritual or life topics. I have guests and I take calls on the spirit line for viewers, for you to be part of the conversation, or if you'd like to call in for a reading. So my name is Lauri Albert and I am a medium intuitive, and I like to call myself a happiness seeker. It's most people, one of my closest friends just gave me a mug that says happy on it, just because I kind of am just happy. Why is that? Some people are just happy and some people aren't, whatever, right? So at any rate, welcome to the show. I have been super excited all day to do this show tonight. Do not ask me why. I don't know. I'm just so up. Not that I'm not usually up, but I just feel so up today. Although I do have to say, this ring's kind of making me crazy. Can you guys hear it? Oh my God, it's kind of making me crazy, but it's so festive. Like, look how cool that is, right? So it's kind of making me crazy. I might have to take that off in the middle of the show, right? So I hope everybody's having a great holiday season. And oh my God, I've got a call already. All right, so I'm going to take it, and then we're going to get right into the meditation for tonight because I have a really good one planned. So I'm going to take this call. Hi there, you are live on the air with Lauri. Who am I speaking to? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can. There you are. Who am I speaking to? Oh my gosh, really bad connection. I can't hear you. Oh, you know what? Did you turn down your volume on the computer if you can? And maybe that'll help so you can hear me and I can hear you better. So who am I speaking to?
It's Phyllis.
Hi, Phyllis. Oh, are you the lady that tried to call in last week?
Yay!
Yay! I'm so glad you got through. That's wonderful. How are you doing today?
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing so good. I am
Great.
I could be crying. I'm so happy today. I do not know. You know how some days you just have a great day and then other days you're just kind of okay, you know?
Right. Oh, yeah.
So what can I do for you today? Do you have a Christmas memory that you'd like to share with us before I ask you?
Let me see. Yeah, well, when I was a little girl, I'll never forget. I must have been about 5.
Oh.
And my mother woke me up. And she says, come here, somebody's here to see you. And it was Santa Claus.
Oh.
And I looked at him, and I said, you're not Santa Claus. You're out next door.
Oh, my gosh.
My neighbor dressed up. My mother's going, no, that's really Santa Claus. And I'm going, no, it's out next door.
Oh, my God, that's classic. Oh, my God. Did you ever believe that it was Santa Claus, or you just always knew?
Well, I believed in Santa Claus, but I knew that wasn't Santa Claus. So he's dressed up as Santa Claus.
Oh my God, that's so cute. That's just adorable. So thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you playing along because, I want us all to share stories tonight. So, but what can I do for you? Did you, I forget exactly what it was that you wanted last week. Did you want a reading, or did you have a question, or what was it that
whatever. If there's a reading and I have anything to say, I'm having a little dilemma of whether to go back home for Christmas or stay where I'm at. What a reading, whatever's coming through.
Okay.
Any of my spirits have anything to say to me? And my loved ones?
Yes, I feel, okay, let me just tell you. All right, tell me if you understand this man, okay? He's coming through. Okay, so I've got Santa Claus on the brain, right? So just bear with me here. But this man doesn't have a beard or anything, but I feel like he's got a round face and sort of whitish hair, but it's receding a bit. Okay, could be white, could be gray. You know how you got to right, right. And I feel like he's on the shorter side. And do you understand that at all?
Could be my father, but
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking father or grandfather, but it felt more like a father figure.
a father. Yeah.
Yeah, and
My father had a receding. He had hair, but it was receding.
right.
Where his father had a head of hair.
Oh yeah, no, this man definitely has receding hair. So that's great. That's how they. I love how spirit works, right? So that's how they tell
Okay.
me that's your father. You know what I'm saying? So we validated
Right.
that part, right? So okay, so let me tell you about his personality because his personality is coming through really strong. He was like a fun guy. Would you say that?
Yep.
And I
Yes.
feel like, and he is telling me this, that you take after him because you are a fun woman.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, first of all, boy, he has a lot to say. Was he a talker in when he was here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he
Mm-hmm.
just has a ton to say, and I'm sitting here in my head going, okay, slow down.
That was him.
But
Very fast.
he's a great guy. Oh my gosh, I love his energy. And I have a feeling the reason why I'm so happy today, a lot of times this will happen when I'm about to give a reading, the person will come through, the spirit will come through early, and I'll just take on that personality, for a while. So, but at any rate, okay, so he is like really excited. Okay, he is like really happy. He's got this big smile on his face. And the whole going home, like you were just talking about going home for Christmas, I
Right.
really feel like that he is like, yes, 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 yes. And the reason why is because he wants you to have those, boy, his energy is so strong. He wants you to get back to that feeling of when you were a little kid. Does that make
Mm-hmm.
sense? He wants you to, he's like, you've been taking on a lot lately. This is what he's telling me. She's taking on too much. She's got so much on her brain and she's thinking too much and and he wants you to like be able to put all that aside. Now, he is saying if it's not feasible to go home, he gets that. But what he's saying is that
Mm-hmm.
he wants you to be able to put all of the junk that's going on in your head aside and enjoy yourself and just be present in the moment. So, wow,
That's where I'm at now.
really?
We made a decision to stay where I'm at and
Oh,
not to go home.
really? Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
that. And you know what? He's okay with that. He would love, okay, because he's your father, right? He would love to see you go home and be with family and friends and have that whole experience. But he's saying if you can't, and I know I already said this, but he wants me to say it again because he's very persistent. This man, I love him. What was his first name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Okay. I love that. Okay. So Jimmy is telling me he's very persistent and he's saying he wants you to be able to take some time, even though you can't go home, take some time and put the stuff aside and get back to be present in your life. You have people that you can be with here, correct? And
Yes.
he's telling me, oh boy, he's a funny one. I don't know where you are or where home was, but I want to say that there, like at home, was it like would there be snow there? I feel like a whole winter scene. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I'm feeling like a whole winter scene with it's your where home would be. Okay, and he
Right.
wants you to remember all of that. He wants you to think about those good times. He wants you. I am not lying. This is what he's showing me. He's showing me you, and I don't know if you're a drinker. I love my
No.
wine, and he's showing me a glass of nice red wine. He's showing me you sitting with your feet up on the sofa, right? And the feet up is like kind of an important thing that he wants me to say because he wants you to stop. He wants you to relax for a few minutes. So do
Right.
you like red wine? Is that what that's about, or did I insert some of that?
I did at one time. I did.
Because I sometimes they give me stuff that relates to my own life because I love my red wine, right? So sometimes spirit will give me that like little thing where the little analogy and they insert my life in there. But what he's saying is that he wants you to relax a little bit. Okay, now is there a possibility that you can do that?
Oh yeah, where I'm at. Where
Okay.
me and my husband are now. definitely. But if I go back, would be too much drama. Might be a little
Oh, okay.
confrontation.
Then
So
you
that's
then you know what? Then you must have made the right choice because he wants you to relax. He says you've got so much on your plate that you need to relax. And this isn't just like holiday stuff that's on your plate. He's talking about like other life stuff that's on your plate.
right.
Okay.
Right.
And he's getting a little bit serious now, I will say. He's getting a little bit serious and he's saying that hold on just one second. He's a talker. I love spirits that talk a lot because it's very easy for me, kind of thing. So, he's saying, okay, so do you have children?
Yes.
Okay, there's something going on with one of the kids that is causing you
Yeah.
some worry.
Yep.
And that is what he is like. In his mind, that's his biggest concern. Like he wants to say that he's
Right.
with that person. Is it your son?
No.
It's your daughter.
My daughter.
So do you have a daughter and a son?
Yes.
Okay, and are they close? And let me just tell you why. Because I feel like that or maybe they're twins or something like that. Are they I
No.
feel like that they're kind of interchangeable. Are they close?
Well, they're close. They're 3 years apart.
Okay. Well,
But
just because I'm seeing them like
adults.
together,
Mm-hmm.
So what would the reason for that be, I wonder?
Together?
Yeah. I'm seeing them. He's showing me a picture of them like together. I don't know if they're really close, if they talk a lot or whatever, but
they talk a lot,
yeah.
as much,
Because I think that whatever is going on with the daughter, the son is really helpful to her. Okay. And oh, okay. Don't shoot messengers here, okay? But your father is saying that, you need to know when you need to back off just a little bit, is what he's saying. Yeah, again, don't shoot the messenger, right? But he's saying it would be really, really helpful in this specific circumstance if you knew to back off just a little bit. He's like, you'll know when you're supposed to be involved and when you're not.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Kinda.
Okay. Yeah, he's laughing because he's telling me that, I'm telling her to do this, but he could never draw those lines. He said when he was alive, he could never really draw those lines because he always had something to say. He always had something to say, and so he's kind of laughing at this sort of advice that he's giving you, and he goes,
"Well, no, he's right in a way because I am backing off. That's why I'm staying down here."
Okay.
Where I'm at.
Okay.
And I'm not going to be with them.
Yeah.
Which is very strange.
But you know what, though? He's like, you can create a beautiful holiday yourself. He's telling me that he's talking to me about how you talk to him a lot.
Yeah.
You were really close. He's your father, but that's actually, I shouldn't say obviously because a lot of people aren't close to their parents, but I feel like that you two were really close. So I'll just tell you that. And I really feel like that you're with him or he's with you a lot. So if you start feeling sort of melancholy about it, just start talking to him. He'll make you feel better. Oh my God. I love him.
He was a pistol.
Oh my gosh, I just love him. He is so adorable. And
well, tell him I went and smell his cigars. Once in a while, I would be thinking of him, and all of a sudden, I'll get this whiff of a cigar.
They love to do that.
Okay, you're here.
He's laughing right now. I feel like, was he a little bit chubby?
No, not really.
I feel like that he's got it. Okay, the reason why I'm asking that is because I feel like that he's got like this sort of guttural laugh. And I feel like that his whole body shook when he laughed.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's what's making me think that. But he's laughing about that right now because yes, that is without a doubt that is him. I mean, and you know what's so cool is that spirits learn how to get you. You know what I mean? They know how to get your attention, you know? And so
Right.
that's his way of doing that. Oh, that is so much fun. Oh, I love that. Love that. So he will be with you anytime that you need him around. Just say, all right, Dad, whatever, or whatever you call it. What did you call
That's what
him?
I do. I
That's
do.
great.
I always come Dad. I say, okay, come on, I need some help. Come on. I always say to him, I say, I need some money. And what I would do, I would find pennies or nickels, and I'll yell, no, I need things with lots of zeros over there. This is
That's classic. Hey, you know what? We could all use some of those zeros on there, right?
That's right. I want lots of zeros, Dad. And I do this in my head, and I'm laughing at myself. I'm thinking, oh my God, thank God people don't know what I'm thinking.
That's so fantastic. That's great. Now, is your mother is still here? Yes.
No,
She's not? Okay, because I'm seeing
no.
him by himself on the other side. Now, don't make that mean anything that your mom and dad aren't together or
Mm-mm.
whatever. But I think that and it's interesting because I just had this conversation. Were they separated or
No.
no? They were together.
Well,
Okay.
she died before he did.
Oh,
She
really?
passed before he did.
Okay.
42 years
Oh,
before.
wow, that's incredible. Okay, so let me just tell you
Mm-hmm.
this. Don't make that mean anything that she's not coming through right now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because I just had this conversation with somebody that I was reading just the other day, in that you needed to hear from your father. So that's why he
Right.
had to come through. So she allowed herself to step back because you need to hear from him. So
Mm-hmm.
he wants you to know that this decision is the right one. Okay. He gets that you can't go home. But it's all going to be fine. It's all going to be good. If you need him, he's there. And did he have a nickname for you? Like, I feel like I want to call you Kid, or like I
Mm.
feel like that he called you something other than Phyllis. Whether it was
Uh,
whether it was Phil or whether it was
oh, he used to, when he went, he used to call me Felice.
Felice.
Felice. And it's in Italian, Felicia. But he
Oh,
used to call me Felice.
oh, I love that. That's cool. Okay, so yeah, because that's what I'm hearing. I didn't hear that name. Got to be honest. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
try to have integrity in my readings, and if I don't get that, I don't get that. But I didn't hear that. But I
Well, it could
knew it
be
was.
another one. He called me a lot of different names. So
But
it could be
the
another
thing
one.
is that I knew it was something different than your name,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. So that's great. But he's like, I love ya, and I'm there. I mean, he's using his hands, so
Oh, yeah.
I'll just.
That's him.
But you are so loved, and please know that. And he's got really serious again, and he's like, she is one in a million. That's what he's saying about you. She is one in a million. So,
That was nice.
so I'll just
Oh,
leave you
that was
with
nice.
that.
I got my Christmas gift.
Oh,
Ah,
that's so
see?
beautiful. That really is beautiful. That just really made
Woo,
my
I'm getting
day.
the
So,
chills from my head all the way down to my toes. Oh, hmm,
well, enjoy the rest of your
wonderful.
evening, and thank you so
Thank
much
you
for calling.
so
I'm so
much.
glad you got through.
Yes, me too. Thank you, and I hope you have a merry and blessed Christmas and New Year.
Thank you, and you too. And Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. Take care. Have a great night.
Thank you.
All right, take
You
care. Bye
too.
bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, that was so much fun. That was like so much fun. There is nothing better than when a fun spirit comes through, and a fun sitter. The person that's sitting across from you would be the sitter, is what they're called. So that was so much fun. So thank you, Phyllis. I appreciate that. So that was great. That was really great. So okay. So you know what we're gonna do? I really want to. Okay, the vibration is already off the charts, which is great. I love that. Um, and I really want us to keep that vibration really high the rest of our time together. Okay, so we have 40 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 5-minute meditation, and we're going to get our vibration up, and we're going to keep it up for the rest of the holiday season. How's that sound, you guys? I'm excited. So okay, so all right. So I want everybody to close your eyes. Okay, and when we do this meditation, I want everybody to smile. Okay? Now, it's going to feel like you're fake smiling, but that's okay. You're smiling. Okay? So everybody fake smile. Give me a good fake smile. Or a real one. That's fine too, right? So give me a good smile. And I want everybody to take a couple of really good deep breaths, deep cleansing breaths. So breathe in and breathe out. And I want, when you breathe in again, I want you to breathe in peace and high vibration and the joy of the season. I want you to breathe that in right now. And let's breathe out the stress, the drama, any worries that we have. Just breathe that out and get rid of it. Okay, and keep that smile on your face. And just sit in the happiness. Sit in the joy of the season. Okay? Now, this meditation is going to be a crown chakra meditation. So I want everybody to sort of put your attention on top of your head to where your crown chakra is. Okay? I want you to take a deep breath in, and in your body, I want you to put all that attention on the top of your head. Okay? And your crown chakra is where we're going to allow in all of our beautiful spirit energy to come in. Okay? Keep that smile on your face. Okay? Now, while we are imagining and we're putting our attention on the top of our heads, I want you to imagine a lotus flower. Okay? Imagine a lotus flower on top of your head. Now, if you know what a lotus flower is, they sit on the water and they are usually open they're just a beautiful flower, usually white, and a lot of times they have violet, like sort of colors running through them a little bit, or pink. Okay, so imagine this lotus flower on top of our head, and we're going to imagine that lotus flower opening up. Okay, so imagine the lotus flower opening up just above our crown chakra, okay? And just look at how beautiful that lotus flower is. Now I want you to imagine the energy, the white light energy coming down from above, going into the lotus flower and in all throughout our bodies. Now this white light energy is invigorating. It's beautiful. It's loving. It helps us keep that warm, fuzzy feeling. Okay? While keeping that smile on your face, I want you to be still. Be still and allow yourself to feel the energy go through every cell in your body. While that beautiful heaven's healing energy light pouring gently into the flower and down throughout your body. And allow yourself to rest every muscle in your body and feel all of that amazing, beautiful energy. Okay? Now, when you feel comfortable, I want you to open your eyes and feel how different you feel right now versus how you felt maybe before we did the meditation. I want you to feel every single cell of your body, if you can. Okay, and just sit in that positive energy. Smiling. I'm smiling just naturally at this point. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm smiling naturally right now. So yeah, so keep that smiling, keep that energy going. Okay? So for the rest of the show, even if it's just for another 35 minutes or so, just keep that energy. Okay? That really amazing, beautiful, warm, fuzzy energy. Okay? So, yeah. So how does that feel? Do you guys love that? I don't know about you, but I feel so good. I could cry right now. That's how good I feel. So that's kind of cool. So, so much to talk about. Aside from everything else, right? Aside from all of the readings and all of that stuff. So if you're welcome to call in if you'd like. The Spirit Line numbers below. It's 818-835-5885. And if you'd like to call in for a reading. But I really would love if you guys could call in with your special Christmas memory. It could be a funny memory like Phyllis's was, or which was awesome. What a great story, right? Or it could be a warm, fuzzy memory that is very sentimental. So I'll start off, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the astrological forecast for the week, because it's pretty crazy. So at any rate, I have like a ton of Christmas memories that of course I've been thinking about this for days, right? Because I knew I wanted to talk about this, right? So, but I grew up back in Pennsylvania near Pittsburgh, okay, in a small town. And we pretty much always had snow from, on Thanksgiving, on Christmas and all that kind of stuff, all throughout the holiday season. And, you learn to kind of dislike the snow after a while when you live there. And all of you, my friends in Pittsburgh, are probably laughing at me right now, but you learned it. But you know what? I live in Los Angeles now. So right now, I've lived here for almost 26 years, 27 years. So I appreciate the snow in a different way now, right? So at any rate, one of my funnest, my mother would be so disappointed. One of my most fun memories has to do with my cousins and my aunt and uncle coming to visit. Okay, they lived in Maryland, and every year they would come for Christmas. And I would just go about my life. I was a little kid, and I would just go about my life and have, go to school and do homework and whatever. But I knew that when Christmas was coming, that it was getting closer to the time that my cousins would come, right? And a day or two or whatever it was before Christmas, I would sit. And then the day I knew that they were coming into town, because it was a 4-hour drive, and 4-hour drive in Los Angeles isn't a big deal, but in Pennsylvania it is, right? So I would sit by the phone, literally sit by the phone, waiting for the phone call of my cousin Kelly, because she would call and say, we're here. And that was the moment when I could get all emotional about this, because that was the moment that Christmas started for me. When I got that call and I knew she was there. I knew that they were there, which means that they were at my grandmother's house, which was 5 minutes away, right? Love that. That is one of the most amazing memories. And, every year for however many years, that was what it was. And it always begun at that point. And it was really exciting. So that's one of and that's a sentimental memory. I don't have funny memories. You'd think I would, huh? Knowing me. But if any of my family members are out there and you want to call in with a funny memory, I'm sure that there's plenty. So at any rate, okay, so that's my memory. You guys are welcome to call with yours. I would love to hear. So, however, so much to talk about, right? So Mercury has been in retrograde. This is just the smallest aspect to this. Mercury has been in retrograde. It goes direct again on December 23rd. Which is just a few days from now. Do you believe it's the 19th already? It's crazy. So it goes direct again on the 23rd. I don't know about you guys, but today driving, I thought I really could. It's amazing I didn't see more accidents. It was crazy today. Really crazy. So bottom line is, yeah, it was crazy. Anyway, be patient. Remember my 3 Ps. Positivity, patience, and persistence, okay? If you have any big contracts to sign, now is not the time to do it. The 23rd, 24th, maybe, but if you got to do it, that's fine. But look at all the details of the contract. Okay. That would be the way that is. Okay. Now, aside from all that, there's this thing happening, and I know nothing about this. I know what I learn, because what will happen is that I'll learn something, or I'll hear something's going on like astrologically, and then I'll do like all this research because I got to find out about it and I got to understand it, because that's how I am. Anyway, so let me just tell you about this. Okay. This is rulingplanets.com. This is Christopher Renstrom's weekly forecast. Okay. This is really kind of intense, right? I'm using the word ominous. The ominous warnings from astrologers of Saturn entering Capricorn on December 19th, today, has sent people scurrying for cover as they drain the moat, raise the drawbridge, and stuff their mattresses with cash and foodstuffs in anticipation of lean times ahead. Oh my God, right? So that's a little bit frightening. However, it gets really interesting. Now it's true that Saturn is the planet of trials and tribulations, and it can be pretty heavy-handed in Capricorn. But Saturn doesn't bring catastrophe. The planet of time, Saturn's job is to reveal those things in your life that have reached their expiration date. That could be good and bad, right? These are obligations that have overstayed their welcomes, strategies that have outlasted their effectiveness, or situations that have grown feeble and weak. Saturn brings the collapse of those institutions, agencies, beliefs, and promises whose foundations have rotted from age and neglect. Again, this isn't done to destroy. It's done in order for new life to take root, grow, and to flourish. Saturn will be in Capricorn. Wait, do you hear this? Saturn will be in Capricorn from December 19th, 2017, today, until December 17th, 2020. Yeah, fun times, right? However, here's the deal, though. It's the one thing I learned is that Saturn, the next 3 years are about building and working really hard. And if you've got the gumption, where that word came from, I don't know, it must be spirit telling me to say it, right? Gumption to move forward and work really hard for the next 3 years, apparently it will pay off. So, while some things will come to an end, other things will be beginning, because that's the truth. Like whenever I do cards, I sometimes occasionally people want me to use cards and stuff to give readings whenever they come over and stuff, or I do readings on the phone too, but sometimes they want me to use cards, and sometimes you get like the death card or the starting over card or the whatever, or birth, and so a lot of people get nervous by that. But here's the thing, it's a positive thing because it's starting new, it's starting fresh. So keep that in mind. It's starting fresh. So get it together for the next 3 years. Work really hard, and I have a feeling that things will be paying off. Okay. So that being said, this is what he also wrote. We need to consciously decide that the next 3 years are going to be new, uplifting, positive, affirmative, and ascended. This is where the rubber meets the road. I think I wrote that, actually. This is where the rubber meets the road, right? So just continue on, right? And here's my particular, I'm an Aries, okay? So my daily horoscope for today is nothing comes easy, and that goes double with Saturn in Capricorn. Thankfully, you're up to the challenge and will do better than you think. Because I got to tell you, when I'm faced with stuff like this, and I hope this for you guys all out there too. When I'm faced with like a challenge like that, it's like, bring it on. I got this. I'm doing it, right? So I wanted to like share that with you guys because those are pretty amazing. That's a pretty amazing thing. So all right. So now I have getting over that because that's kind of icky stuff, right? But now I've got the good news stories for the week. Yay. Yay. And feel free during this time, you can call in. I will give a reading. or if you'd like to call in with your Christmas story, I would love that. And I know I'm already getting texts that people they're not comfortable calling, and it's so funny to me because I used to call radio shows all the time. I never have a problem with it, but don't feel nervous too. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. I'm not going to bite. Do I look like I bite? So if you'd like to call, I would love for you to. If not, I understand, and we can talk by text. That's always fine too. So, okay. So spiritually in the news, good news stories. Okay. This first story is freaking knocked my socks off, right? Okay. This is from the goodnewsnetwork.org. Okay. That's where I got this one. A 200-year-old man. That's not true. 102-year-old Holocaust survivor thought his brother was killed by the Nazis, right? But thanks to an Israeli organization, he just met the nephew he didn't know existed. I'm going to botch this guy's name, and I so apologize for that. But Elihu Pietraszewska fled Poland at age 24 when World War II broke out, leaving behind his family, including his younger brother, Wolf. V-O-L-F. What a cool name. Behind. Despite escaping from Nazi death camp where the rest of his family perished, Wolf, the brother, was sent to a Siberian work camp where Elihu assumed his story ended. Okay, he thought he passed away. After settling in Israel, the centurion, meaning this man, Elihu, I know I'm screwing that up, I'm so sorry. After settling in Israel, he learned just days ago that his brother, now deceased, made it through the war and settled in rural Russia. God, isn't that amazing? Finding your brother that you thought died in the Holocaust? I mean, seriously, that's just crazy cool. Elihu's grandson found a testimony in records at Yad Vashem, Israel's official memorial to the victims of the Holocaust, that Wolf had filled out in 2005 for his older brother, whom he thought had died as well. Alexandre, Wolf's only child, still lived in the same Russian village his father had, and at a meeting with his uncle, it was organized. Okay, crying and cupping his nephew's face, Elihu remarked that Alexandre was a copy of his father. I have waited 70 years to see you. 70 years, he told his nephew. He said the meeting was a fitting end to an eventful life. That is just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You know, I love Ancestry.com. I mean, I think that Ancestry.com is like it's connecting people that haven't been connected for years, and we're learning about our lives and our ancestry, you know, and all of that stuff. That is just so amazing. So at any rate, I was super excited to read that. Really excited. Okay, so now this next story is from sunnyskies.com, which I thought was fun. Isn't that a nice name for a website? Okay, this is just it's just kind of cute, right? Not quite as heavy as that first one. On sunnyskies.com, a man was excused from jury duty in Ireland because when asked why he couldn't serve, he told the judge that he was 54 years old and going away for the weekend because it was his first time to be in love. Isn't that cute? The judge told him to go with his blessing. So here is this guy. He's trying to get out of jury duty, as hasn't everybody, right? He's trying to get out of jury duty, but his reason was fantastic because he's never been in love before and he wanted to go away for the weekend with his newfound love. And the judge let him. Let's all learn how to tell the truth. You never know what the judge might show you. So at any rate, I thought that was kind of fun. Okay, so another one from ESPN, okay? The Texas Rangers pitcher, Cole and his wife Heidi Hamels have donated a mansion and 100 acres of land in southwest Missouri to a charity that provides camps for children with special needs and chronic illnesses. The mansion is a 32,000 square foot home. Okay, just to give you an idea, mine is like 2,200. Okay. And it was listed to be sold for almost $9.5 million. Okay. That is pretty darn amazing. Pretty darn amazing. So, you know what? There is good in this world. There is good. And that's why I keep saying these stories, because there is good in this world. Okay. So keep that in mind. Okay. And then lastly, this is kind of a long one, but this just is like, I had to put this in because this talks about spirit. Okay. Trevor Koenig of Vernon, British Columbia, knew in his gut that something was wrong when his wife didn't come home on Monday evening. He knew he had to go looking for her. Okay. I just thought, you know what? This story doesn't end with her being by herself. He told Global News. Global News, I guess, is where this came from. Something told Trevor to start on Highway 6, so that's where he headed. Mind you, this is 2 times now that he's used his gut instinct, which is your solar plexus, right? I just drove 50 kilometers an hour with my high beams on, close to the shoulder, and watched the shoulder the whole way for any highway tracks, he said. Trevor drove over an hour before he saw tire tracks in the snow. He got out of his car and he couldn't believe what he saw down the steep embankment. His wife's car pinned against a tree. His heart sank. I was afraid to look in the car. I thought my wife was dead in the car, he said. But he arrived at the mangled vehicle and it was empty. He investigated further and saw his wife hunched over a tree about 30 meters away. She wasn't moving, and I got in front of her and I lifted up her face and her eyes were just staring blank, and I thought, oh, I'm too late. And then she blinked. She thought she was dreaming. And she asked if I was real. The Lumbee Fire Department, the paramedics, and the search and rescue all helped to hoist Trevor's wife up to safety. It's amazing he was led to that spot to find her in the conditions that he was faced with. It's a miracle. It truly is. So, that is truly a miracle, right? Truly a miracle. I mean, using your gut instinct, people poo-poo it. For when I was like younger and I was, young and before I started really developing my gifts and well, I shouldn't even say before I started developing my gifts, because once you learn how to trust your gut instinct, you always will from the rest on in your life. That's my experience anyway, right? But what's cool is that once you learn how to trust that, it never lets you down, right? So I really wanted to give you guys that for this this weekend, this holiday season, this year, 2018, whatever, right? Work on that. Trust your gut instinct. Get quiet within yourself and trust yourself. Trust your gut instinct. Okay. So, all right. Now, so that all being said, okay, I really want us to get into our favorite stories. And you know what I decided I'm going to do? I have some fantastic fun plans for 2018 for my show. Okay, so stick with me, folks, because it's going to be interesting. And it's going to be fun, and it's going to be, we're going to do this together. We're in this together. I said before, I bring my life to the show. I will bring my life to the show. And yeah, it's going to be a really interesting 2018. I have a feeling. So, I wanted to have you guys call in if you'd like. Call in with your Christmas memory, or you can call in for a reading. I am giving readings. It's interesting because Phyllis's father, he was the reason why I was so hyper and so up, and so yeah. And I've since after. When I give readings like that and I sort of take on the personality of the person, what ends up happening is that I will end up, being that for while I'm giving the reading. And then after I release the energy, then it's like, oh, there's kind of a letdown, because it's like, oh, I liked his energy. I wanted to stay with me, But here's the thing. We need to create that in ourselves. I am creating. That's why I wanted to do that meditation, because we can create this joy for the rest of our for the rest of 2017. How about we do that, right? It's December 19th today, and what have we got? We've got, 12 more days? I guess 11 more days? Whatever you want to say, however you want to say it. But you know what? We can create this. We can create the joy. We can create the joy that we want to find in our lives. Okay? So let's take the idea of putting up our feet with that glass of wine and just resting in and being in the present. And we have a caller. Hi there, you're live on the air with Lauri. Who am I speaking to?
This is Holly.
Hi, Holly. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Is this
Lauri?
my friend, Holly?
Yes.
Oh, yay. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. How are all your kids?
They're amazing. My friend's watching them right now because we were watching your show. And
that's great.
I want to call.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Holly lives around here, and I am in love with her boys. All of them. You just have.
Thank you.
And there was her one son just, you know how you just connect with people? Well, it happens with kids too, and her one son, I just can't get enough of. He's just the most beautiful little boy. He's so cute. So.
Thank you. They are both, they're all like wonderful.
Oh yeah, of course they are. And I don't mean to disrespect your other ones. Don't mean to disrespect.
Oh, no. Well, one's only 4 months old, so it's hard to connect with him. And the other one is a 16-year-old teenager.
I know. Oh my gosh.
That's enough said about that.
Yeah, exactly, right? Oh yeah, I remember those days. My daughter, I remember the 15, 16. Yeah, fun times.
Oh, it's a rough time.
So what can I do for you today? Do you have a holiday story to share?
I don't have a good holiday story, but something kept telling me to call you.
Ooh, okay. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh wow! You know what's really cool? Okay. I've got some really strong energy coming in, but they're not showing me their face just yet. Hold on, just a second.
Okay.
Oh wow. Do you have a grandmother in spirit? I feel like there's an older lady here.
Oh my gosh. I knew you were gonna say her. Yes.
She's stepping forward, and it's so funny because if you were listening before, you heard me talking about smiling. I feel like that this lady has a perpetual smile on her face. Like it's just always there.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Just the nicest thing. And I feel like that it took up a lot of her face. Like I feel like her smile is just, it's just big, And it's so interesting because she doesn't want me to, she's not really giving me how she passed. However, it's like, let me just give you some, I try to be as vocal as I can because I want you to sort of be in my head for a few minutes. Scary as that sounds. Like the last guy when Phyllis called, he showed me what he looked like. This lady, I don't know, I feel like that she might have wasted away when she was getting ready to cross over because she's not showing herself to me. She's showing me her face. She's showing me that she's giving me her personality, a really just beautiful personality. I guess that's kind of generic, and I could say that about anybody, but I just feel like that everybody just genuinely really liked this lady.
Okay.
Does that sound like her?
Yes.
Oh,
absolutely. And it's definitely my grandma, and it's taken a long time for me to actually feel her since she's been gone. And I finally was feeling her the other night, and I think maybe that's why I was so inclined to call because she finally showed I was just telling my best friend I think I finally saw my grandma. Or was communicating with her the other night, and I think that this is just giving me some validation that it was her.
Oh, that's great. Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah, they love doing that. They love giving you validation that what you're seeing is proper. Let me see what else she wants to tell me. Does somebody I don't know. There's something about fake flowers or she's showing me fake flowers and she's laughing about them. Do you know
I don't understand
anything of
that
what I
now.
would be? So when she passed, is she where she's buried? Is there like fake flowers on her grave or something? You know?
I don't know about that, but when she died, I did keep the roses, and I hung them and dried them upside down.
No, she's not referring to those.
Okay.
Although she's laughing because she's like, oh yeah, because she loved doing stuff like that. I feel like that she was sort of crafty or something like that. But no, she's actually referencing some like artificial flowers, and she's getting such a kick out of them. I don't know if they were in the room when she was getting ready to cross over or something, but she's just acknowledging them. So you know what? You may not remember it right at the second because there's a lot to consider right at this moment, but just remember that. Okay, remember the artificial flowers and the fact that she's laughing about them. Okay. So yeah, because I feel like that she really enjoyed looking at beautiful flowers. You knew that? You know that to be true?
Yes. I mean, she always had like, there was always like stuff around the house. She had flower wallpaper like in a lot of rooms.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
Yeah, exactly. Just, I'll just leave you with that, and then I'll just leave you with that on that part because yeah, I feel like that she's just acknowledging that, right? So, okay, so, was it like a gust of wind or something that made you think of your grandmother? Because, what I'm getting like this gust of wind that is just, it's not happening now, but I feel like that it was a gust of wind. Is that what made you think of your grandmother?
You mean like right now?
No, before, earlier on, you were saying.
Well, it was when like we were having the big winds is when, when it was really windy.
Yeah. Okay. Because I feel like that she's like this gust of wind is like blowing me, and I feel like that was sort of a cue for her or something. I don't know why I'm using these words that I'm using, but that's what she's telling me. That was like a cue for her or something. So maybe it was the and I'm going to get technical, and I apologize for this, but with the winds that we were having, the energy was a lot higher than normal on the planet, or well, in Los Angeles anyway, like where the winds are, so like the energy is like more. And so I think that is why she was able to sort of push herself to come through to you. So I think that's what she's referencing that. Yeah, because she was a very smart lady. She was a really, really intelligent lady. And she and she let you know that kind of in a sense.
Yes.
She wasn't somebody you talked down to, let's just say. Okay.
Right. Correct.
Yeah. And very, I almost want to say a bit stubborn. Is she a bit stubborn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not in a mean way.
She was hard-headed.
Okay, hard-headed. Right. Okay. Yeah, not in a mean way. I'm not getting that it was a mean thing at all. I'm getting that she's like, I could be stubborn. It's fine. She's
right.
She's like owning it, She's like, it was who I was, kind of thing. So, yeah. And did she sort of lose a lot of weight towards the end of her life?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because I feel like that, not that she was overly prideful, but I feel like that it bothered her that she lost all that weight and she didn't want people to see her looking so frail. That really kind of bothered her. However,
yes, that I can see.
Yeah. So, but however, she's like to tell you that because, I think that everybody was worried about making sure she looked kind of okay. Was everybody sort of, I don't want to say everybody, but were a couple people like worried about how she looked? Like people were trying to do her hair for her and maybe do her nails.
Yes, and there was talk that and like she was. I mean, I don't want to say she was vain, but like she always, was done up. So when she was sick and then left, she wasn't looking, she was not looking her best.
Yeah, so exactly.
She never wanted people to see her like that.
Right.
And she always told me, even if you're going to the market,
Yeah.
You want to look your best.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? I think that's really just her way of validating that she was alert and she knew what was happening. And she's got some very specific messages. So let me just get to that because it's getting a little late. She
Okay.
is saying that she is saying that she loves that you speak your mind. Okay, she loves that you speak your mind, and she's saying that she got that from me, and I just want her to know that always speak your mind because that's all you have. All you have is wow. I don't know if she was a teacher, but she's like teaching us. Like I feel like this is a teaching moment, right? And she's saying because
Okay.
that's all you have. You have your thoughts and you have your integrity. And that's what she's all about. So she wants to acknowledge that, and she's very proud of you. Very proud of you. Are you taking on some kind of? Well, I know you just had a baby, but are you taking on like a new project, like you have all this time?
I know, right?
Is there a new project that you're getting ready to take on or something?
There is yes, like business-wise, yes, but
yes.
A very small one, but I'm not much involved with it.
Okay, well, there's a project that's in the works that's going, and she just wants to say that she loves it. She is like, you go, and she just thinks it's great. So. Okay, so that's really good. She just loves you to pieces. She loves the babies and the grown kid too. She just loves the kids. Now, what is she saying? What are you saying? What was her first name, by the way?
Her first name?
Yeah.
Ruth.
Ruth. Okay. So Ruth is. Did Ruth know your oldest?
She was alive when he was born, but that's when she was getting really sick. So
okay.
I don't know how much.
Okay,
she knew.
Because she's talking about like a special sort of kinship with him. And she's talking about like a special kinship with him as well. And I don't know if it's because she actually sort of, knew him, even though she was sick, knew him here, you know what I mean? Even though she didn't really know him, you know what I mean by
right.
that. But she feels a real kinship to him, and she's really proud of the work that he's doing. She's expecting, oh my God, she's one of these people like that you sit up straight when I feel like I need to sit up straight kind of thing. She's saying that she's got high expectations for him. And she's saying that he's going to do great things. So she's really proud of him. And she's proud of all of the kids, but she is she's there's something special about your oldest. So there you go.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions for her before?
Oh my questions. Oh my goodness. I mean, I could go on for so long, and I know you don't have so long though.
Well, then maybe you and I need to sit down for a reading at some point soon.
I know we do. Probably at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, that would be great. I would love that. No,
thank you, me too. I want her to know though that it meant a lot to me when I felt her coming through the other night, and I was so shocked because it's been so long. And because she's she never has come through. And I was even telling my best friend, like my cousin, she's gotten to, see her in her dreams, but I never have.
Oh, wow.
So I was upset about that. But
you should never be upset.
Right after.
Because the more you get upset about it, the more you're pushing it away. So just allow it to come as it's coming. Okay. I will say that. Okay. Because the more you get upset, and the more you say to yourself, well, this person can see him. Why can't I? Why can't I? I want to see him too. I want to see her too. I want to see her too. The more you do that, the more you push it away. So just allow it and just know that when you need her, she will be there. Okay? She is with you a lot.
Okay.
So just know that.
I wasn't sure of that. And I don't think I have any questions at this.
All right,
right
that's
at this
fine.
time,
That's
but
fine.
We'll get into that.
Exactly. But I'm going to leave you with that she just is so super, super proud of you. You are she looks at you like you're Superwoman. So proud of you. Because
thank you.
You've taken on a lot, and you continue to take on more. And she's like, that's my girl, you know. I mean, so she's really proud of you. So
I don't know if she'll answer this, but is she proud of my mom too?
Oh my God, are you kidding? She's very proud. Oh, of course. She's very proud of your mom.
Because I know that'll mean a lot to my mom.
Oh yeah, she's very proud of your mom, because your mom, this is her talking. She's like, while you're this is what she's saying to me, while you are, Holly, are creating situations to move forward in your life, your mother was sort of handed some stuff that wasn't necessarily that great. So I'm seeing some stuff like thrown at her, and she dealt with it because that's all you need. And so that's obviously, you know, that's just what she's saying. So, and she's like, your mother has borne the brunt of junk like nobody else. So she learned it from her, you learned it from her. Everybody's learning from everybody else, because that's the way it is. Okay. So she's really proud of you guys. She's very proud of you guys. So.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And it's interesting because I'm feeling love. I'm feeling a huge sense of love and just caring and that whole thing. But she's not actually saying, tell her I love her, because I don't know that she would do that. Like, I don't know that she was somebody that was real like, oh, I love you, you know, kind of thing. I don't know that she was like that. So.
She wasn't, but I was the queen of her heart.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, you know that she loved you and loves you now, but yeah, so just so you know. So.
Yes, thank you.
That's great. That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for the call, Holly.
Thank you. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Thank you. You too, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, give kisses to all your kids.
I will. Thank you so much, Lauri.
All right, take care. Have a good night. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
So that was so cool. That was really fun because, you know, and full disclosure, I know Holly. I know I've given her a reading before in like a group setting, but I don't know who came through, and it was years ago, so I don't remember. But so full disclosure, she may have come through to me before, but I don't think so, because this lady's energy was strong. It was awesome. So that was a lot of fun. So thank you so much, Holly, for calling. I appreciate it. And okay, so that is the show for this evening, and I'm super excited to say happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I will be live next week, God willing, okay? And what we're going to do next week is we're going to create an amazing 2018. So stick with me. 2018 is going to be fantastic, and I wish you all the best. I hope that everybody has a fantastic holiday, and don't forget to have that glass of wine or a drink, even if it's water or coffee or tea. Have a drink, sit and put your feet up, right? So thanks for joining me for tonight. You can go to my website, laurialbert.com. You can book a reading there if you'd like. You can subscribe to my newsletter, or you can just see what's going on. So, because my Facebook feed and my Twitter feed are on there. So anyway, have a great night. Happy holidays, and stay happy, everybody. Take care.
Thank you for watching Spiritually Speaking with Lauri Albert.